Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Nerd Enough, a show that definitely won't get canceled, unlike other shows. Um, I am Tony.
And I'm Michael.
Guys, welcome back. We took a week off last week
Yes.
from doing an episode, but we're back today, and
Yep.
we're happy to be back. Today judging by the little intro that I said, I'm sure you guys know what we're going to talk about. And if you guys are joining us
Yeah.
live on Twitch, thank you so much for joining us. As you guys can see the title, you guys know what we're talking about if you're live on Twitch. We stream on Twitch Thursday nights, and then the episode will release on Friday in the morning as you are watching. But for those of you who are watching us on Twitch, please, if you're not, consider following us. That way you guys can see every time we go live, and you guys can join the chat with us. At the end, we normally like to talk to chat and answer any questions.
Yep.
But of course, we can only answer so much because we only know so much.
Exactly.
We're
Not
not
enough.
Yeah, we get our information from other people, but make sure you guys follow our socials as well. We'd greatly appreciate it. Without any further ado, let's just get straight into today's topics.
Yeah.
Cancellation, man. I mean, that is the biggest conversation and like controversy right now is the
Yeah.
Acolyte.
And we saw it coming. We
Oh,
did.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
any Star Wars fan with a brain. Sorry, no offense. I don't want to. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys know where me and Michael stand. We try our best
Yeah.
not to be the negative side of the fandom. We try our best not to like straight out hate on the things that
Right.
even if we do on the outside feel strongly about something, we try not to bring that negativity because there's already so much negativity. So we don't
Exactly.
want to
Yeah.
be those guys. However, we will be honest and say we knew it was going to get canceled.
I find it funny that people are shocked about it though.
It's
And
yeah.
I see like posts about sign this petition to get it back. Your petition is not going to work.
No.
It's got 1,000 signatures. Whoa.
Yeah.
Like it's not like that's not enough.
Yeah.
You know.
And oh, I
They
saw
had their
someone
chance.
I saw someone comparing. They're like, oh, we might have a chance because apparently that's what happened with the Clone Wars, where they wanted to revive the Clone Wars series. That's a very different story because the Clone
Yeah.
Wars got views before it was canceled, and it didn't get canceled because of viewership. It got canceled because Disney bought Star Wars, so it no longer. And back then, for those of you who remember, Clone Wars was on Cartoon Network. And when Disney bought Star Wars, that's why it got canceled. It had to switch. They couldn't continue the series on Cartoon Network. That it didn't get canceled because of viewership, which is this problem. This current problem is the views were so low, the numbers were so bad for the Acolyte, and yeah,
But there are people that still liked it too, which is reason I wanted to bring this topic up with the cancellation is like not only did they cancel the show, they pulled everything off the shelves, all the toys. You can't find any more. You can't go to Star Wars website and find anything about the Acolyte.
And all
No
the merch
toys,
is
nothing.
gone. Yeah,
It's that's mind-boggling to me. Like there's people that actually like the show, and I personally want to buy new toys, but like were they not getting any sales for toys either?
well, do you think that they'll eventually just take it off Disney Plus if they're going that far,
Right, dude, that's the next step.
right?
Like, and it sucks because it brought in such a crucial character. They did nothing with him because obviously he was just in the shadows. But
I'm talking about Plagueis, right?
Plagueis, are they going to retcon the whole show? Hopefully not.
See
Like,
that's the interesting thing is that now that it's canceled, does that
yeah,
mean it's no longer canon? I guess I know that's what you just asked, but like you got me thinking because I didn't think
yeah,
about that before. Does like it is it no longer canon? Like does that mean OSHA May never existed?
right.
You know, like It's
If it gets pulled off of Disney Plus, then that's like confirmation for me.
yeah. Okay, you're right. You're right. If it gets pulled off Disney Plus, then yes, you're right. That
Yeah.
means they're no longer. Wow, that's crazy because just like you were saying, there are people, so many people out there who legit believe this show was good,
Yeah.
and oh my god, dude, it's crazy to think that the the way they're blaming the haters and YouTubers, content
Yep.
creators who spoke against the show with so much
Yep.
hatred, dude. If only those YouTubers actually had that much power. Like, look,
Yeah.
I don't stand with them. And especially like the biggest, we'll just say it, Theory. You know, he's
Yeah.
probably the most influential Star Wars creator out there, and I don't stand with him. And a lot of the things he talks about, honestly, I get annoyed about. I don't know why I'm still subscribed to him. To be honest, to this day I'm still subscribed to him. So I mean, props to him because he still has my subscription. But the
Yeah.
thing is, I'm interested to see if he's ever going to like wake up and be like, you know what, I'm painting such a negative picture of the Star Wars community. Because the truth is, all he talks about is how much he hates stuff. You know?
He did just do a Twitter post about a comment he had months ago or a year ago. I don't want to get into too much detail because it's
Yeah.
controversial, but
Yeah.
it was his hate on Star Wars content creators, like cosplayers and stuff.
What?
It was
Like,
OF content creator Star Wars.
oh,
Yeah, and he hated on it so hard, but then now he reversed and said, "Well, someone else kind of made me think that way, and I don't believe that."
okay. So was that an apology, or he's just taking back what he said?
He's taking back what he said, and he did apologize.
Okay, okay. So it's an apology.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, cool for him. You know that he apologized. Respect,
yeah,
whatever. But um, it's just the way. In fact, he even said it himself in one of his videos, and it was one of his older videos. He says,
yeah.
"What gets more views is when you talk about stuff you like." Oh wait, no, never mind. It wasn't him who said that. I'm sorry. He wasn't the one that said it. It was a different Star Wars content creators. A group. It was they who actually have a very positive mindset of.
Yeah.
I'll say their names because like I think they deserve more recognition. I feel like they're underrated. Wave Squadron, also known as Blind
Yeah.
Wave.
Okay.
Those guys are like, I mean, they know that it's that. I think they're very aware that the Acolyte wasn't good, but yet
Yeah.
they're like crazy nerds, bro. Like
Yep.
the fact that I saw their reactions during the fight scenes, they didn't care. Like they just loved to see a good lightsaber fight. And say what you will, I think the lightsaber fights were great. And I do
Oh, yeah.
agree with people when they say, "Oh, good lightsaber fights don't make up for terrible storytelling." I agree with that. I agree that a good choreography fight doesn't make up for terrible storytelling and terrible
Yeah.
character development. I'm 100% with that comment. In fact, that's one of the things that I said while I was watching. I even told my girlfriend, I was like, I wish I enjoyed this lightsaber fight a lot more because, like, I don't really care for these characters. Even when all the Jedi were dying, I wasn't like, no, I didn't want him to die. It was like, oh, well, Jedi kebab, you know?
We were shocked.
Well, with some of the
That
characters.
that's yeah.
Like Jackie.
I mean, the fucking the head. I don't know.
What's his name?
Laundromat guy. I forget his name.
It was the oh my god, what's his name? It was
I don't know. I don't remember.
he was the guy who got Anakin's name wrong or Luke's name wrong. I said Anakin blew up the Death Star.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't.
Yeah, we all know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like him. Like I was shocked he died. And I didn't want Jackie to die, but
No.
again, I'm one of those character. I'm one of those characters. I'm one of those fans and watchers who enjoys when risks are taken. And the
Yep.
fact that Jackie died, I was like, whoa, this brought it to a whole nother level because they actually made us care about Jackie a little bit, you know?
They did, yes.
And that was it. But that was the only death that really
Yep.
seemed, and the way I said this before, but the way like Osha was like, those Jedi were my family, and I'm like, what? Like you didn't even talk to them. You didn't even cry when they died. Like you didn't care that they
No.
died. And so that's what I
No.
was. That so I. But however, despite all that, and I agree with all that, the lightsaber fights were freaking awesome.
Oh yeah.
They were really good, amazing choreograph, and I loved it. So I always try my best to like look at the silver lining, kind of like Wave Squadron, and I've learned that from them. So going back to the whole theory thing, like I just his comments, just I don't know. Despite what he says, there's no way that he has that much power
Yeah.
for Disney to be like, oh, Theory didn't like it. We should cancel
Well,
this.
I mean, we know Disney hates theory, but
Yeah, yeah.
he doesn't get funny. Now here's what I find funny. Okay, he absolutely loved the trailer for Skeleton Crew.
Dude, what is that all about? Here's where I'll call him out straight up, dude. Because like I know we're a small channel, he's probably never gonna see this, and he probably
Yeah.
wouldn't care. And either way, even if one day we did get to a point where he would notice us, I'd actually like to be on a cool relationship with him, because of this very reason that we disagree on almost everything he says. I think that'd be a pretty cool debate. But with that being said, it's like, dude, that's kind of hypocritical of him to like that trailer, because the whole
Yeah.
point of him not liking the Acolyte, and even Andor, he says that Andor, he says that Andor, even though is like the most Star Wars thing ever, it's boring and it's a snooze fest, and he fell asleep watching it and blah blah blah. I know.
Yeah.
And it's just like he's got something negative to say about everything,
Yeah.
because it's Disney. And I mean, we've watched the videos of Obi-Wan and how much he hated everything, or a lot of the stuff. Even Ahsoka, he talks bad about. But with all that being said, it's like, his biggest thing is how it's slowly no longer feeling like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Especially the Acolyte, when he said, "This is not Star Wars. Like this doesn't feel like Star Wars." And I agree with him on that. Especially Episode 3 of the Acolyte. I think that was the most un-Star Wars episode ever, or non-Star Wars episode ever of a Star Wars show, with the witches and all that. It just didn't feel like Star Wars. But yet, here's this weird space adventure with kids, alien kids, and just, dude, this did not feel like a Star Wars show. It did not feel like Star Wars at all, bro. It felt like a Spielberg, like adventure
He
movie.
described it as the Goonies.
Space Goonies,
He's like,
yeah.
oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
and so for him to be excited about, I'm kind of like, wait, like, so what's your point? What's your real point on what not like? Is it literally that? I don't understand what's the point of
No.
what, like, this doesn't feel like Star Wars at all, bro. Skeleton Crew it feels so weird. And just like you guys know me, I always say, okay, that was one trailer. I'm still going to give that show a chance,
Yeah.
But, well,
Yeah. So I want to still talk about Star Wars just for a little bit longer, but I want to bring it to a positive note. Okay.
yeah, I know.
I got done with my first live stream on Star Wars Outlaws. Okay. And let me tell you that how long, I don't remember how long
it was long.
went for, but 8 hours maybe. I don't remember exactly. But people were hating on it.
Oh,
Why?
so many people hate on Outlaws. I don't understand.
So what's been my gripe about Marvel right now?
Marvel?
How it's so yeah, it's cosmic, right?
Yeah.
We're out of this world. I want the slums. I want down to earth,
Grounded
like
in city in this, yeah.
grounded. Now Star Wars is out of this
It's
world and
galactic, yeah.
cosmic, but dude, it's slum like. Like this show or this movie or what is
It's a
it?
game.
It's a
But
game. Like
you see,
it feels like a
when a
show.
game
Yeah,
feels like you're
yeah,
captivated by it, that's good. Sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah. So I didn't really listen to those people talking crap about it, and I hopped into it for myself,
Hmm.
and it's fun, dude. It's actually fun. Like
Yeah.
there was a part of me yesterday. If I didn't fall asleep, I wanted to play it, but not stream it.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna stream it today. I was like, maybe I can call the podcast off and just go live and like, because I think I'm getting close to leaving the world I'm in right now.
Hmm.
But there's like three other planets I think I'm gonna go to at least
I heard that
more,
Mos
and
Eisley is actually one of them.
well, that's gonna be the huts.
Ooh.
So
I wonder who you're gonna see there.
I think we're gonna see. I mean, yeah, we already know. But dude, it feels good. I mean, the speeders are my driving is not that good, but
Oh
um,
man.
we had some funny clips of that. But you watched it for a little bit while you were at
I was
work.
working,
What
yeah.
did you What did you think about the game so far?
So I've watched other content creators
Yeah,
play it, and they're having a blast, dude. Like,
yeah,
that's one thing that I noticed, that it made me actually like double think it, and I'm like, I might have to get this game for myself, because like I was kind of like I was kind of hesitant about this game too. And
yeah,
when you came up and said you wanted to do this gameplay, I was like, all right, that's cool, because I kind of didn't want to. And then when I see you play it, I'm like, dude, this guy it looks fun. You get to place bets, you get to live a
yeah,
smuggler's life, and that's totally down
yeah,
your alley, because like your favorite character is Han Solo.
yeah.
So like,
I mean, look at my character. She looks like Han Solo
yeah, yeah,
right
you
now.
got the whole fit. And so that's exactly where I'm like, I feel like these content creators just, they have their own. Here's the thing: when you create your own universe of Star Wars, and it's so closed-minded,
Yeah,
and then you hop onto someone else's creation, whether it's a movie, a show, a comic, or a game, and it doesn't fit into your own little world you created of Star Wars,
right.
you hate it, and you can't have fun, you can't enjoy it, because you're too close-minded. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
it's like, dude, enjoy the fact that you're playing a freaking Star Wars game, bro. Like,
yeah.
every time I hop on Battlefront 2, say what you will about that game is full of flaws. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, it's fun.
it's, dude. But when you get in there and start shooting droids, or you finally get to level up and play as a Jedi, it is the most fun
Yeah,
experience, because it totally brings you into that world, and that's what all of us wanted as kids. And so I think when you can enjoy Star Wars for what it is, and for what I think George Lucas created it to be, a world where we can all just jump into it. Doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what your background is, whether you're a new fan or a veteran fan. It doesn't matter. If you can enjoy the universe, that's what it's all about. But I don't know, man. It's sad to see how these creators just have such strong opinions, and they want Star Wars the way they want Star Wars, and it's just like, hey, expand your mind a little bit, and you might start to actually enjoy the little things.
yeah. I'm glad I picked up the game,
I'm glad you
and
did
then
so.
early access, I guess too, right? Because I pre-ordered it. It technically doesn't come out till tomorrow, or when this episode goes live,
Yeah, tomorrow.
the 30th. So, dude, I can't wait to hop back in.
Yeah,
I spent probably an hour just gambling,
we
playing some
by the way, for
Pocket.
those of you wondering, we do need to upload that is going to be a video. There were a few technical difficulties
Yeah.
with his stream. It kept cutting, so we might have to patch those together. As
I think what it seems like it's doing is you finish like a main mission, and the mission's like really long. I think each episode will be that mission.
okay,
Or it's not, it's not even a mission. It feels like an episode of a story.
okay,
So I think each that's probably how I'll do it.
we'll figure it out. But yeah,
Yeah.
for those of you wondering, like, hey, wait, where is this gameplay? It's on Twitch right now. So if you guys head over to our Twitch again, I'm gonna plug it in. Make sure you guys, for now, since it's not on YouTube yet, you guys can always head over to Twitch, and it's in our stored videos, or stored broadcast. Sorry.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys go check that out before it's on Twitch, or before it's on YouTube. Oh my God, all these things.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's sad when anything gets canceled. Anything Star
Yeah.
Wars gets canceled. It's sad to see because like these actors worked hard, the production team worked hard. Even though we're not fans of the director and the writers, they worked hard on it. And it just didn't but it didn't stick the landing, dude. Like I mean,
No.
look at the numbers. So like it had even the first episode had less viewers than the Boba Fett show at the end of the season. You know?
Yeah.
They had the lowest amount of viewership possible, even from the get go, all the way to the very end. And that's solely the only reason why it was canceled. In fact, Bob Iger even said at the beginning of the year that from now on, they're going to double their efforts on franchises that are working out for them. And they're going to stop putting effort on things that aren't successful, which means we're going to go forward with whatever's making money and dump whatever isn't making money. And for those of you who don't who want to again, and it's mainly these actors, and we all know which actor we're talking about, is blaming like the Star Wars fans, calling them bigots and saying that, oh, it's because you can't handle a female lead. I'm like, dude, Ahsoka Tano, Jyn Erso, Padme Amidala, Leia Organa.
Yeah.
Who's the one from Battlefront? The Battlefront chick. I mean, we care. We want to see all these female Jedi like
Asajj Ventress.
Asajj Ventress, Shakti, Rey Skywalker, Iden Verso.
Well,
thank you, chat.
No.
I would like to see Rey do some badass stuff.
No, fix. What's her name?
Okay, Rey Palpatine. Fine.
Okay, thank you. But yes, Ray.
There's so many female characters that were just written so much better. So it's got nothing to do with us not wanting a female lead. It's got nothing to do with. Again, this reminds me of when people on Twitter were saying like, oh, how you guys can't stand 3 strong women roles in the Marvels, and that's why I did bad. I'm like, no, the writing was bad. The script was boring. Like, dude, I was ready to see Carol Danvers, and I love Kamala Khan, and I wanted to see more. I was excited to see what Monica Rambeau was going to do, and I think they did a great job, but they did the best with what was given to them.
Yep.
Same thing with these actors. It's got nothing to do with the fact that, like, yes, I did not like their acting. I did not like May or Osha, but that's because they were written terribly. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know, they should have made them more interesting or something. But it's gotten.
They should have had two different actors.
I don't even know why it had to be twins.
No,
Straight up, it did not have to be twins. But
could have just been sisters.
yeah, I mean, yeah. Or it could have just been one person. I don't know. It's all I'm saying is there was a lot of flaws with the story, and it's just crazy to see how the actors are blaming the Star Wars fans, and I'm just like, Like, come on, guys. Like, look at
Write something better.
look at your numbers. Like, look at your own show.
So,
I will say I take back a lot of the things that I said about Leslie Headland. I looked more into Leslie Headland and kind of started doing more research, and turns out she's a huge Star Wars fan. And her dream was, and look, listen, her dream was to bring, what the, I'm having a brain fart. I was gonna say Palpatine and then Snoke, Plagueis. Sorry, her dream was to see Plagueis brought to either the big screen or the TV screen, and she felt that this was a good way to do it. So here's the thing: one of her writers, big Star Wars fan, of the sequels. Another Star Wars, another writer, fan of the originals. Another writer knew nothing about Star Wars. And
Gotcha.
you put these three writers together, and I don't know. I feel like I don't know exactly what went wrong, but I do know that Leslie Headland probably did the best she could, but I don't know why she like didn't just make a story that she I don't know. I'm trying
I don't.
I'm trying to like stay positive, but at the same time it's like it just wasn't we know it wasn't a good show.
Her comments too about Star Wars aren't fan like.
That is true.
R2D2 like.
Oh yeah. We won't get into that, but
Yeah, but
they're droids. They're droids.
they're droids. Yeah.
But anyway, but no, the point is we don't want to talk bad about any actual actors. Never go after the actors, bro. Like they're doing their job. I hate hearing when people get like death threats, and there's no need for that, dude. There's no need for that kind of hate.
No.
Even Leslie Headland, like, or Kathleen Kennedy. Yes, they may not be doing a good job, but dude, whatever, man. Like find the silver lining and find a way that you can sleep well at night instead of trying to like trying to be so negative.
We found the silver lining.
We did.
The show being canceled.
We did, yeah. I mean,
The show being
for
canceled.
me, the silver lining was, well, hey, at least we got to see some cool Star Wars fights, you know.
Yeah.
And that was it. That's pretty much it for me. Manny Jacinto did a great job, but yes, the show was canceled at the end of the day. So I mean, we won't be getting more of that. That doesn't mean that Star Wars is not in trouble. I still think they have a very big hole to get out of.
Yeah.
You know, but I have hope for Star Wars, and I really believe that the fandom should stop being so negative, bro. Like I just. Find again. I said this last time we talked about The Acolyte. Find something that reminds you of why you fell in love with Star Wars and just go rewatch that. You know, watch it again, and you'll realize like, hey, one show isn't gonna ruin Star Wars for me. You know, but with that being said, we're gonna move on to a different studio, and we've talked about this before, and in fact, we talked about this recently. Spider-Man 4. There's been some development going on, and some official news from a source. I had the name all week, and now that I can't think of the name of this source, but I know that these YouTubers that I watch, Cosmic Wonder, Everything Always, and the something films, I don't know, they all had the same source. So it looks like officially Spider-Man 4, like I mentioned last time, will end up getting released right after Avengers Doomsday. And one of the things that was confirmed is that everything after Avengers Doomsday, any movies between Doomsday and Secret Wars, will take place on Battleworld. So so here's the thing. So with that being said, everyone is like, "Oh my God, Sony won." Sony won the battle of wanting Spider-Man 4 to be multiversal, and they want to bring in Toby and Andrew again, and this time they want to bring in even more Spider-Man, maybe introduce Miles Morales from a different universe, and all a bunch of different Spider-Man in live action.
Yeah.
And a lot of fans want again. I know again we've talked about this before, but just to reiterate for people who don't know what's going on, us here at Nerd Enough and a lot of fans that we talked to, we want to see a grounded Spider-Man. I mean, the way Spider-Man ended on No Way Home was he made his own suit, which means he probably doesn't have all that Stark tech. No one remembers who Peter Parker is, and at the end, he's swinging around in this suit that he sewed himself. Classic Spider-Man suit, and he's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man again. He's on his own, no Aunt May. I mean, we saw an origin story, pretty much, for No Way Home, after No Way Home. And we were going to see a street-level Spider-Man. And it's right, I mean, it takes place right after Daredevil Born Again, which means during this show, during Daredevil Born Again, we're probably going to see Fisk be running for mayor. In fact, we might even see him become mayor. And then I know that one of the plots for Daredevil Born Again is Fisk is going to put a law, an anti-vigilante squad together. Yeah. What would you call it? A task force. Anti-vigilantes task force. It's like a tongue twister for me. So with that being said, it's going to be interesting to see Spider-Man trying to swing around as this friendly neighborhood Spider-Man when you got Fisk's task force out there hunting him down, and then he may even require some help from Daredevil, and we were going to see this street level Spider-Man again, like we did in the first two franchises. And we know that those two first franchises, Tobey Maguire, it was only a trilogy. It got canceled. The Amazing Spider-Man didn't even make it to the third movie. It got canceled. And so now, well, this is the first one. This is the first Spider-Man movie that is now officially getting what do you call a sequel? That's a fourth one.
A quad.
A quadquel? I don't know, but it's the first Spider-Man franchise that we're seeing get a fourth movie, and that's pretty cool,
A quasm.
But however, everyone's disappointed that now this whole dream of seeing Spider-Man back swinging in the city, being a friendly neighborhood street level Spider-Man, that vision is gone now, because now that it's taking place after Avengers Doomsday, we all know that Avengers Doomsday is it's Doom. So some crazy shit's going to happen. Some multiversal shit's going to happen where everyone gets taken to Battleworld. He's pretty much going to destroy the multiverse. And I 100% believe that the Avengers are going to lose in Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah.
You know? And so that's why...
Like the Avengers we know.
Yes.
World 616 or whatever.
Well, I think at this point it's going to be a multiversal war. Or I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm not speculating about that yet. I'm just saying the heroes that are going to be fighting in that movie will lose, just like Infinity War. And from like it was said, anything that happens between Doomsday and Secret Wars will take place on Battleworld. So that's where everyone's kind of upset now. Okay, so getting back to the whole theory, I have faith that my Siri turned on. Sorry. I have faith that this actually might not be a bad move. Even though we wanted a street level, hear me out. Here's where I think.
Oh, so before we jump into that, I can almost cry.
Why?
I almost shed a tear that you gave me that news. It's just I wanted to see it so bad. Street level.
I don't think it's not going to happen. Hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm ready.
What if whatever happens in Avengers Doomsday doesn't affect the 616 universe yet. Hear me out.
Okay.
It's confirmed that the Doom that we're gonna see, Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom, is coming from the Fantastic Four's universe. It's confirmed. So
Okay.
we're gonna see his debut in the Fantastic Four. So that's where we're first gonna see Doom in the Fantastic Four movie, whether it's as a post-credit scene, which unfortunately already got confirmed. I don't know how, but hopefully it's more than that, you know, or whether it's at the end. It's confirmed that Doom will be in Fantastic Four first. So what if Doomsday takes place from Fantastic Four, and he destroys that universe and kind of starts making his way to 616 universe. It hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Spider-Man starts, right? Spider-Man comes out, and he's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's swinging around the city. He's doing his friendly neighborhood Spider-Man thing. It isn't until the middle of the movie where all the multiversal shit starts to happen. But for the first half of the movie, he is a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Again, we've seen this happen before where we had a crazy, intense, huge cinematic film come out. I'm talking about Avengers Endgame. Sorry. So many movies to talk
Infinity
about.
War.
Yeah, Infinity War. We got Avengers Infinity War that came out in 2020. Was that 2020 or was it 2019?
Don't know. Don't have the answer.
Well, either way, um, Avengers Infinity War came out. What was the movie that came out right after that? It was actually it wasn't Endgame right away. There was 3 movies that came out after that. It was Captain Marvel, which takes place in the 90s.
Yeah.
And it isn't until the post-credit scene that it jumps to the present day. Then we got Ant-Man and the Wasp, not Quantumania. I always confuse those. Ant-Man and the Wasp, which takes place, I think, right before, or it takes place during the events of Infinity War. Why Scott Lang didn't hear about it, I don't know. But remember, the movie ends, the post-credit scene ends with his whole family and his team getting snapped away while he's in the quantum realm, which is why the events in Endgame happened. So that actually took place as Infinity War was going on. And then the next movie after that was Spider-Man Far From Home, which... Oh, wait, no, never mind. Sorry, Far From Home was after Endgame. My bad. I messed up.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. But with that being said, that proves that just because Avengers Doomsday, which is going to be a huge film, just because that comes out before Spider-Man, doesn't mean that Spider-Man won't take place maybe a few days before the events of Doomsday. It can still be I believe that they're gonna be smart and still give us. I mean, dude, it would actually be dumb if they don't give this to us, like this street level Spider-Man. I would be happy if it's just like the first 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden we start to see the events of what happened in Doomsday unravel and start to affect the 616 universe, and then we start to see Spider-Man like I haven't gone through this in a long time. And he starts, maybe Tobey Maguire comes out again. Hey, like, we need your help. The multiverse is unraveling or whatever, you know, like.
Yeah. I like that theory. I do. I would, middle, I don't want it to hurt at the middle, though. I'd like it at the end.
I would be okay with that, too.
Not a post-credit scene, but like, they have their story that they're building in this movie. And then that story ends with your theory.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there's 20 minutes left in the movie, and then Tobey Maguire, whoever comes out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, or it could be a post-credit scene. The thing is,
Yeah,
I
I like
still
the theory.
believe, that they're gonna give us the street level Spider-Man. I think
Yeah,
it's criminal if they don't do it. Okay, obviously I'm exaggerating. No one's gonna go to jail, but like, I just think it would be so stupid if they don't give us this street level Spider-Man. And all I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying all this is for all you fans because it hasn't been confirmed. It's not like 100%. Like if you go look up Spider-Man 4 release date, you won't find anything. There's no release date set. But the rumor is, and it's coming from very reliable sources, that it is going to be announced very soon that it's coming out right after Doomsday 2026.
yeah,
Reason why is because it's already set to start filming next year. So next year we're already going to start seeing set photos and stuff. So
yeah,
just all I'm saying is be hopeful. I believe I mean, as a Spider-Man fan, like as a true
yeah.
Spider-Man fan, I strongly believe they're gonna like they have not done us wrong with Tom Holland at all. Like
No,
they've given
nope.
us everything we've wanted. We all wanted the Iron Spider suit. We got the Iron Spider suit. We wanted Spider-Man to go into space. He fought Thanos. He almost took off his glove. You know? Like they've given us every single version of Spider-Man we've wanted to see. They have two things to show us. Street level Spider-Man teaming up with Daredevil, which we already saw him talk to Matt Murdock, which was huge,
Yeah,
right? Dude, how cool is it gonna be when Matt Murdock shows himself to
yeah,
Spider-Man? Well, his face, not himself. You know what I mean? And he's like, "Wait, you were my lawyer," you know? Like, dude, how cool is that gonna be, man? But anyway, they have yet to show us a good street level Spider-Man, which they kind of did. For those of you who don't remember, the first one, Homecoming, at the end, it was kind of street level. I mean, he fought Vulture in New York City.
yeah.
You know, like
Yep.
it was, and then he even left a note from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. You know, like that's classic Spider-Man right there. You know, and I feel like that's a mission that you would totally have in the game. What was Vulture doing? He was trying to steal the Avengers plane. He was trying to hijack their plane and steal their
Yeah,
stuff.
okay.
And Spider-Man saved it. He was like, here's your stuff. Here's the Avengers stuff. I rescued it, you know? And that's something that I could imagine doing in the game. So that I don't know. I think that was friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. People just seem to forget that happened. But team ups is something we have yet to see.
Yeah.
And a symbiote Spider-Man, which
I was just about to say, isn't that your theory that we're gonna
get that in
Doomsday?
Secret Wars, just
Or
like
Secret
the
Wars, yeah.
comics,
Yeah.
just like in the comics. Because, dude, Spider-Man. See, I see him as Spider-Man. Tom Holland is still set to do 3 more movies after this.
Yeah.
You know, not just Avenger movies, Spider-Man movies. So we're gonna get Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6. So Spider-Man 4 will be this crossover, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that we want, crossing into this whole multiversal war with everyone. See, after Secret Wars, we're gonna see him get the black suit, and then Spider-Man 5 and 6 will probably deal with like Venom and the symbiote stuff.
Yeah.
And I hope, dude, how crazy would Spider-Man 6 be if it was Spider-Man Sinister 6? That's
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay.
that's how, if they ended the Spider-Man saga with the Sinister Six, and in that movie Peter dies, and Miles takes over. Like, come on, Marvel, hire me, bro. Come on, dude. Jesus, let me write your.
We need Miles sooner though.
Well, the theory is that they want to bring Miles because he's still young. The thing is, Miles is still a little on the young side. Aaron Davis, the Prowler / Childish Gambino, his appearance in Homecoming, he was talking to Miles. There's a deleted scene where he actually says Miles' name. He's like, "Hey, I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna be late or whatever." And so because
the Chinese version of No Way Home. Also, you heard
yeah,
the Miles' mom or whoever being like Miles,
yeah,
or I don't know.
in the
Yeah,
background of
it,
yeah, it was No Way Home.
yeah.
So there's that. But then he's still on the young side. So I heard that what they're gonna do is they might bring him in during the whole multiversal war from a different universe,
Okay.
which actually happens in the comics. So I wouldn't be totally against it, dude. How cool would it be to see Emma Stone come back as Spider Gwen? I don't know if I could see her in
Yeah.
a spider suit. She's probably a little too old for that. But
Yeah,
I would, dude, I would be so stoked to see that, dude.
that's hot. I mean, yeah.
All right, all right. Let's move on to reading chat as we
Yeah.
close up this episode. Thank you guys for everyone who's here. Again, third time. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitch so that you guys could join into the chat, talk with us. But that doesn't mean you can't comment down below. Make sure you guys do that as
Right.
well. Hi. What?
Even if you don't feel nerd enough, even
Oh
if
yeah.
you're like random comments are fine. We'll look at them and
Yes, we read everyone's comments. Hello, Cactus. Hello,
yes.
Witchy Alpha. Thank you guys for being here. Jackie's death was sad. It was. I mean, that it was the only person that, besides Soul, that died that we
Yeah.
actually cared about. You know. Felt like a regular Disney show, not Star Wars. Are you talking about
Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton
Yeah.
Crew? That it did feel very Disney. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to admit, once I get past the weird grooming with Chimere, he's an interesting character, and I did want to see why Vanessa did what she did to Chimere, assuming that was how he got the scars. I 100% believe that he got his scars
Yeah.
from Vanessa's saber whip. Did you want to say anything about that?
No, I mean, I don't think we needed a full bathing scene, but
Well, so apparently, what Leslie Headland said about that scene was that was his way of seducing her to the dark side by actually seducing her.
what did she say about ironing robes and like?
Huh?
No, what'd she say about ironing robes? She didn't bring that comment up.
Not that I remember.
No, okay, okay.
Why?
She has an answer for everything. So, what about metal detectors?
What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're talking about.
I pointed out bad shit. Like
Was there
she
metal?
has, she has an explanation. Yeah, I'm just pointing out she has an explanation for everything.
Well, I mean, she was saying like when you watch like the first Star Wars movies, like how you see Anakin get seduced. He was seduced by the very thing that he loved being protected. I'm like, that's very different. Anakin was in love, and he wanted to protect Padme. He saw what happened to his mother and how his visions came true, so he wanted to protect Padme from that same fate.
Yeah.
He didn't get seduced by Palpatine showing off his legs, like I don't know, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, stay positive always. Think a lot of people just don't like Ubisoft. Okay, so this is when we were talking about Outlaws.
Yeah.
I don't remember what Ubisoft has done, to be honest. What else have they done?
I couldn't tell you.
But either way, I mean, the game looks really fun. And coming from
it
someone
is.
who played it, you guys heard it here.
Can't wait to get back in and play more Sarbach and just gamble.
Sabak.
Sarbach. Let's
This
see.
in general, there are a lot of negative fandoms. Oh, yeah. Anything. I mean, anything. You'll always have two sides to everything in any movie, topic, or whatever. Task Force. Now I'm getting flashbacks to the TASM 2 game. So I remember that game. There was a task force. Whose task force was it? Was it Osborne's? It's multiversal, and Doom has nothing to do with it. They'll bring in Doomsday from DC. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say. I think Doomsday could have been a really cool villain from DC, but with the Zack Snyder universe. But I don't know, man. I still think that they did Zack Snyder dirty, 100%. I will always be Zack Snyder DC fan. Spider-Man and Daredevil, yes. Proximity to Daredevil means there is a proximity to She-Hulk. So Spider-Man and She-Hulk is on the table.
You didn't have to. You didn't have to read that comment.
Well, I did. We're gonna read everyone's comment.
Shadow.
People tend to put them in the same category as EA sometimes. Okay. EA is very money hungry, man. They'll do anything to get
They
money.
spit everything out,
Yeah, to put money in their pockets. It's crazy. Fisk and Harry's. Oh, that was dude. I haven't played. I remember for me that was my favorite Spider-Man game back in the day. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Oh my god, it was not good. Speaking of, I gotta finish the Spider-Man game, dude. I gotta finish this Spider-Man game once and for all. Hopefully this weekend. It's a 3-day weekend for me, so maybe Monday I'll hop on and play some of it. Right now, Fortnite has been like the thing that I'm probably gonna play after this. So,
oh man. All right.
But anyone have any more questions or comments? What about you? You got anything else to say?
I could shed a tear if we don't get street level Spider-Man.
I will be sad. Don't get me wrong. I will be very, very sad. However, if we get both street level and say at the end, all the events that happen in Doomsday start to cross over to the 616, and it starts with Spider-Man. Dude, that's the best of both worlds for me.
Oh, to finish it off, next week is football. Right, Thursday, the first regular season game is on Thursday.
Okay.
Are they going to show anything?
Oh, I thought you were going to say like we can't do an episode. I'm like, bro. I have no idea. I have no what do we have coming up next?
Do you think maybe we'll get trailers that people saw at
D23 and Comic-Con?
Yeah.
I hope we finally get. So Disney accidentally released like this promo that showed us some of the footage, like snippets of the footage from D23, and then took it off within minutes later, like 30 minutes later.
Yeah.
I did not. All I saw was Red Hulk, and I finally got to see an HD version of it, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
But I hope we finally get a Thunderbolts teaser. I hope we finally see that Spider-Man that Daredevil trailer. So I don't know, man. Hopefully we get some stuff. Excuse me. I really hope so. I think this question is for you.
Outlaws canon, does it take place after Fallen Order and the Survivor? No, this is when Han Solo's frozen in carbonite. Takes place.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive.
Oh, okay. I thought this took place after. Oh, I guess it is after the Death Star blows up. So it takes place during Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah, this is, like I said, this is my favorite time.
Interesting.
Oh. Yeah. I think there was a teaser of Han Solo and Carbonite when they were, before the game even came out.
Okay. Dude, so do you think you'll see Luke or something?
No.
No?
No. We'll see Jabba the Hutt, but like...
Oh, yeah, because he's not dead yet. Nice. Okay, well,
Yeah.
what
Dude, there's so much we can talk about. Holy cow.
about what? What do you mean?
Gambit,
Oh,
and
the Gambit, dude. We okay. This is okay. This is a last minute topic we got to throw in here,
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
because we need to talk about this. I told you there was a little
yeah.
screen on the side. I went watched it again and I saw it. I'm like, oh yeah. I was pointing to I told my girlfriend, I'm like, look, there's a thing. Gambit looking to the camera, and sure enough, they released that this was supposed to be one of the post credit scenes.
Ryan Reynolds released it.
Dude,
So that confirms he's getting his own movie.
does it confirm it though, or does it
It
just
confirms that Channing Tatum is going to be playing Gambit.
So here's, do you think maybe here's what I think might have happened. Maybe
Okay.
they like brought this up to the studio and said we want to put this as a post credit scene, and Kevin Feige was probably like, well, no, because now you're gonna force me to have to like make this canon. Like Channing Tatum is gonna have to like come back somehow, because I mean,
Yeah.
think about how many post credit scenes Kevin Feige gets shit on that led to nothing.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of post credit scenes out there that have led to nothing, like the whole like Eternals, freaking
Yep.
who's that artist that came out? Harry Styles or Harry? No,
Yeah. I think the bigger one was Excalibur and Jon Snow, dude. I
well
forget his
that
name.
one, yeah, that one is still because
And Blade's voice.
yeah, but the thing is, that one is still in production. Unfortunately, it's not that
Yeah.
it didn't go anywhere. I really hope it goes. I'm gonna be so pissed
Yeah.
if it doesn't go anywhere. But there's like certain, even with shows and stuff that just have led to nothing.
Shang-Chi, right?
Shang-Chi, dude. Unfortunately, the whole thing with Shang-Chi was that the technology, you know how it was like calling out the rings were
Yep.
calling out someone. It was gonna have to do with technology that Kang created. It's gone. It's down the shitter now.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll definitely see King die.
I hope so, bro. Cause I like that
Yeah.
was such a cool post credit scene for them to meet up with Wong and they're like
Yeah.
discussing this like ancient technology that dates back thousands and thousands of years, you know. So I don't know. It's just these post credit scenes. So maybe Kevin Feige said, no, I can't approve that as a post credit scene because then you're gonna force my hand to bring Channing Tatum back. So
Yep.
maybe they just snuck it in one of the backgrounds, waited for people to notice, and say, and maybe they're like, and then and Kevin Feige maybe allowed that. Maybe he said, you know what, that's fine. You guys can throw it back there. We'll see how the
Yeah.
fans react to Channing Tatum. If they want a movie, we'll make a movie. And look how everyone has reacted. There's a lot of people out there who actually didn't like Channing Tatum's Gambit, all because of he's too big, and
His face is more blocky. Yeah.
but
I mean, but it's
who cares, man?
like exactly.
I would rather,
This role was made for him.
dude.
Channing Tatum is Gambit.
He is the
Gambit
most
is Channing Tatum.
passionate person to
Yeah.
play this role. I don't care if he's 50. If he's the
Yep.
only one with the passion to do it, that's who I want to see behind the mask and behind the cards. I don't care if someone else looks better in the suit. If like whoever's behind the suit that looks better probably isn't as passionate as Channing Tatum. And I think he deserves this role 100%. Even if it's one movie, I don't care. So
Just like Josh Peck and Daredevil or Deadpool.
why? How'd you bring that up, dude? I can't believe you. This guy sends me a video, Josh Peck, talking about how he would make a good Deadpool.
He has like really good humor. I love Drake and Josh. Anything Josh Peck does, man.
I don't know. I got my opinions about Josh Peck, but anyway.
Oh my god.
Yep. But anyway, I don't think he'd make I think he'd make a really goofy, terrible Deadpool. No one else could play Deadpool, by the way. No one. Unfortunately, nobody could play him.
Well, incorrect.
Why?
Incorrect. Look at all the cameos that we had for each Deadpool in the latest movie. There's a lot of people that could play Deadpool, and they did.
Okay, well, the Deadpool, no one can.
Who's the Deadpool, though?
Dude, no. Deadpool even says himself in the comics, I'm a mix between Ryan Reynolds and something, he says. Like, before Ryan Reynolds even knew about Deadpool, that was written in the comics. Like, come on, bro. It's like written in destiny that Ryan Reynolds was meant to be Deadpool.
Yes, no, without a doubt. Yeah, he makes Deadpool, but at what point? I don't know. We'll get there
until it gets old. Not he, until it gets old, until we don't want to see it. And that's exactly.
If he's 80 years old, I want to see an old man.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, bro. You're proving my point. Anyway, with that being said,
what I'm saying is there's Josh Peck, I think, or
oh my God,
we will get other Deadpools.
Dude, I all I see what
we have gotten with.
Anyway, well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. This has been a crazy episode. We threw in a last minute topic with that Gambit thing. I mean, hopefully, what do you guys think? Do you think it's going to open up an opportunity for him for a movie, or is he just going to come out in the X-Men movie? I still think that the Beast and the binary that we saw at the end of the Marvels is the same universe where that Gambit was supposed to come from and where this Wolverine was actually from. Oh, wait, no, because everyone died in that universe. Never mind. I scratched that. But anyway, I 100% believe, what I believe is that this is the future where Deadpool is. They're in the same universe is what I'm saying. But anyway.
Yeah.
With that being said, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. For those of you watching on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and chat with us in the comments. We love hearing your guys' comments and opinions. But thank you guys for those of you who are hanging out with us on Twitch. You guys are amazing. Michael, anything else you want to say?
No, just stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy, guys. Stay blessed. We'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Bye-bye.
Bye.